Hi everyone, I hope you're having a good day today. This is your daily tarot reading for Tuesday, March 26, 2019. Thank you, of course, for being here. I really appreciate all of the support that this channel gets, and I appreciate all of the groups, especially the Facebook groups that allow me to post these videos within them because honestly, I'm mostly posting for you guys, for the Facebook groups that I'm in, because that's where I get most of my responses. Maybe eventually on right here on YouTube, I'll actually start getting more subscribers, more people who these readings resonate with, and more people who would like to come for personal readings and who just want to talk about their day and share their experiences. But right now I'm mostly getting that from my Facebook groups, so this is largely for all of you, and I just want to say I appreciate you and thank you. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do just what I did yesterday with your overall energy from the Sacred Rebel deck and then your 3 cards from the Gilded Tarot, okay? So let's see. What is your overall energy for this day? Whoa, Tuesday, March 26, 2019. For whoever this reading is meant for, what is their overall guiding message or guiding energy for this day, Tuesday, March 26, 2019? Please and thank you. Please. From my higher self to theirs, theirs to mine, mine through me to these cards. Please share with us your message for this day, Tuesday, March 26, 2019. Dream a beautiful dream. And I kind of just took a peek at the next card just to kind of see what energy was surrounding this card. So we have Dream a Beautiful Dream, and the message of this card is generally to let yourself believe in the possibility of greatness for yourself. Let yourself believe that you're able to achieve your goals, that even if things don't necessarily work out, if like your experiences aren't what you expected them to be, that doesn't mean that your whole dream or all your goals are crap and that you just need to forget about it. You know, sometimes failure has to happen. In fact, there are a lot of people who will say you have to fail, and that is the only way you'll actually know when you're successful, is because you've experienced a lot of failure beforehand. Some people say you have to fail like 10,000 times. I feel like that's a quote by someone. I don't remember it. If you remember it, let me know in the comments. But I do think there's a quote that's like something about I only know success because I experienced failure like 10,000 times. Whatever it is, you know, don't let failure stop your dreams. Don't let roadblocks, don't let, you know, speed bumps, whatever it is, little issues, don't let them stop you from having this big, beautiful dream that you have, from having your goals, from wanting to achieve something, from wanting to live a better life. The message with this card is largely about, you know, picturing what your life is going to be, whether that means you take up scripting or you're like journaling up just about what you want, you're just daydreaming, whatever it is, absolutely let yourself picture that. But I think the message, especially because we have I guess the idea of the earth, how do I explain that? It's like a very grounding energy for me when I look at pictures of the planet Earth, or planets that look like the Earth. For me, it feels like I have to make sure I am grounded in reality, even though I am indulging in my fantasies and indulging in following my dreams and daydreaming and scripting and all that stuff. I also need to be aware of where I am now, where I stand, what my reality is, and work with that so that I'm not only just daydreaming, but I'm also acting as if either my dreams have already come true or as if I'm already on that path to where I want to be. Even if it's like, you know, you want to go to a certain kind of college or study something, but you still have to like graduate high school or get your GED and then go to community college and then do all these other things before you can get there. Remember that right now, today, you're already on your path. Even if it looks like that path, that part of your path is so far away, you're already on that path, okay? So you really need to take the steps and take the action that's going to get you there. But to keep yourself on that path, you have to keep this dream alive. You have to. You have to hold on to these goals and hold on to these dreams and let them fire you up Let them motivate you and move you forward. This 19 we have here, so I always say that the number 1 is often about alignment and being where you need to be and being on the path that you need to be on. And 9 is an idealistic number. It's the number, the highest kind of mind number, where you're like really, really in your goals. You're really in your dreams. I know that in my number chart, I have 2 9s, and that means I'm a very idealistic person. So you probably pick that up from the way I read cards. I generally try to read them with a very, like, you know, I read what I get, but quite often it does come with my own idealistic energy where it's like, you can do it, you can do anything. And that's how I feel about a lot of things. And that's what a lot of the cards tend to say to whoever these readings are meant for, that they're someone who does have a lot of dreams. There's someone who does have a lot of idealistic energy within them and a lot of goals and hopes for their future. And you know what? That is amazing. Hold on to those things and let that guide you. Let those dreams, those goals, let your ambition and your hopes for the future, let those guide you. Let those move you along and motivate you and keep pushing you even when things don't seem necessarily to be going fully your way. Let your dreams keep you going. Let your dreams keep you afloat. Okay? So let's see with your 3 cards where you stand, what's your energy right now, what you need to focus on for the highest outcome, for your best outcome, and what you can expect as an outcome if you remain on the path that you're currently on. So if you stay where you are and keep going in that direction, on that trajectory, what outcome can you expect? So where are you? Where do you stand right now, emotionally, spiritually, for whoever this reading is meant for today, Tuesday, March 26, 2019? Where do they stand energetically? What do they need to focus on spiritually to find the highest outcome, to get their best outcome? And what outcome might they expect if they remain on the path that they're on currently? What outcome might they expect should they remain on the path that they are currently on? So where do you stand? What must you focus on? And what outcome can you expect if you stay on your current path? Where do you stand? 9 of Swords. What do you focus on? Queen of Pentacles. Outcome. Ace of Wands. Okay. Good, good, good. So where you stand right now is just kind of in a place of fear or anxiety. You might be doubting yourself. You might be doubting, you know, either your motives or the dreams that you're having, the goals that you have. You might be doubting your ability to achieve them, and maybe even afraid of what could happen if and when you do achieve them. So you're just kind of in this place where you're feeling a lot of anxiety about whatever you're doing. You're feeling kind of stuck. You're not really I don't want to say you're not able to, because you know you're able to break out of this, but you're not really sure the best way to do it, and you're also not sure whether it's safe to do so. You're just kind of worrying that, you know, if I jump too soon, or if I go for this thing, is it going to be too soon? If I go for this thing, is it going to end up, you know, hurting me, or am I going to end up learning something I don't want to know? Or am I going to end up failing? And failure is really scary. So you're just kind of in this place where you're very anxious, very worried about the outcome, very worried about what's gonna come to you when you break out of your comfort zone. Like, what's gonna happen when you pursue these goals, when you pursue these dreams? How is it gonna play out? You don't know, and that not knowing is really making you very nervous and very uncomfortable, and you're feeling kind of stuck in this place. But the nine of swords often means that this place that you're in is something that you can get out of. It's very similar to the 8 of Swords, whereas with the 8 of Swords, it's like you're kind of putting yourself in these horrible situations because you're not letting yourself see what's going on. You're not really letting yourself know the reality of the situation. You're either in denial or pretending it's something else. But with the 9 of Swords, you do see what the situation is. You are aware of how to get out of the situation, but it's just that you're very afraid of doing so. You're like I said, anxious, nervous, worried about what's going to happen if you break out of if you take the next step towards your goal. You're scared. So then we have what you need to focus on for the best outcome. Of course, we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have this peacock here. I love this guy. He's so beautiful. But the message of the Queen of Pentacles quite often is, or I shouldn't say quite often, I should say right now, the message of the Queen of Pentacles right now is that you need to have more confidence in your abilities. The Queen is someone, look at her face, look at that face. She's very smug. She knows what she's able to do. She knows what she's capable of. The she's very proud. That again, we have that peacock. She's very proud of her abilities, and I think you need to focus on that. You need to focus on the things that make you proud, that make you feel like, yeah, I can do this. It's hard. It's not going to be the easiest, but I can totally do this. Achieve your goals. Just tell yourself that you are capable. Really, really work on improving your confidence. Work on focus on the things that make you that help you realize just how powerful or how talented you are. Focus on the things that help you realize, that you have a wealth of wisdom underneath the surface that you're not necessarily tapping into. Okay, so we have this like hidden wisdom underneath all this green. So it's like you're surrounded by abundance and you have a lot of wisdom that I don't necessarily think with that Nine of Wands you're truly tapping into the way you could be. So really focus on that. Focus on your knowledge, focus on your abilities, and focus on what makes you proud. Really work towards building up your self confidence and building up your belief in your own abilities to achieve, because that is going to bring you the best outcome. Okay. And if you stay on the trajectory that you're on, we have this Ace of Wands. So I feel like you're kind of in this place where you're having these dreams and you're having these goals and you're just very anxious and very worried about what's going to happen as you pursue these dreams, whether or not failure is in the works for you. But if you stay on that path, you will end up towards this Ace of Wands, which is usually a card of success. It's usually saying, that you are going to be able to embrace your passions and really, really go for things. You're going to really, so I think this Nine of Swords energy that you're in, even though that's where you are right now, that is not indicative of your entire path. And the trajectory that you're still on, you have these dreams, you have these goals. And I think whoever you are starting to realize this Queen of Pentacles energy. You're really starting to realize, that you do have abilities. And if you haven't today, start delving into it. Write a list. Do whatever it takes to remind yourself of your own abilities and your own capabilities, because the path that you are on is leading you to feeling more passionate. It's leading you to being in a place where you're able to follow your goals and you're able to, really reach for success and really try to achieve success. Even though you're anxious and scared right now, I don't think that's where you're going to stay, because whether or not, I think you are going to focus on that thing, but whether or not you do, this is still the path that you're on and the path that you're heading to. And that's a really, this is a positive card. It's a very positive card. So even though you're anxious, even though you're nervous and scared of failure or whatever is going on with you, know that you're still going in the right direction, as long as you allow those dreams, goals, what have you, to drive you. As long as you keep those in your heart and keep those in your mind, you are going to overcome that fear that you're facing. You are going to overcome that kind of anxiety that you're dealing with, and you're going to come to a place where you're like, I know my passions and I know my goals and I know what I want, and I'm going to reach for them. Okay, so that is where you can end up. Make sure you are focusing on building up your self-confidence, building up your wisdom, and acknowledging the wisdom that is already there, because you have a very abundant energy surrounding you. And these dreams that you're dreaming, they are very ideal, but I think you're also kind of where you need to be right now. This anxiety that you're going through, it will pass as long as you continue to do the work to get through it and keep that dream, that hope in your heart. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a beautiful and wonderful day. And please, please, please tell me about your dreams. Tell me about your hopes and your goals. I really want to know what kind of things are going on in your lives. Like, what are you working towards? What brings you passion? What makes you feel good about getting out of the bed every day? What makes you feel, what is causing this anxiety, and why is it causing that anxiety? Like, what is it that you're trying so hard to do that you're getting so nervous about? Because usually when we're really nervous, it means it's something we care about. So I want to know what you care about, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful night. And remember always that I love you. Bye.